gracious me!
What is going on, guys? I'm here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. I've got a mixture of things here. I've got some packs that I did yesterday, off camera, I guess, not live. And I've got gameplay, and I've got more packs, and then I've got more gameplay, and then we'll go and have a look at that SBC that they dropped earlier today. So, let's talk about the packs first then. The first session of packs, they weren't great. These are the best. I had a lot of them, actually. I built about 20 from League SBCs. If you want me to show you submitting League SBCs, I'm more than happy to. It just takes up time that is unnecessary, in my opinion. So, it's entirely up to you. Gameplay-wise, I am going to apologise, but at the same time not going to apologise because it is 100% not my fault this time. You are going to see so many crosses and so many headers, it will blow your mind. And I know it's not pretty, but guess what? The gameplay today has been absolutely horrendous. it has never been that bad for me, ever. What I mean by that is passes. You can go watch the stream if you want. I stream for... That's a great goal, by the way. People asking me how good is Firmino. That's how good Firmino is. He's incredible. I love him. Now, people... no, wait. That's the wrong... I've already said that. Go back and watch the stream I did earlier, right? And I've not raged that much on stream ever. And it's because the passing just doesn't work. I should have put the example in. I might do it in tomorrow. I've forgotten. It's somewhere, and I think I've skipped over it. I have to go back through all the footage again. There is just a pure... just unedited raw example of passing going astray, and it's, you know, some people, like, you watch on stream and you see, oh that pass has gone completely, I didn't aim there, game, but you know, it could be lying, right? You don't know. For all you know, he did aim there and he's actually trying to sugarcoat it, like, or he's blaming the game for his mistakes, right? But in this instance, I call Firmino short from the corner and I play it to him, and it just bypasses him completely. Doesn't even try. It's not meant for him. It goes to Kluivert, who is stood in the 6-yard box, and Firmino is right there for the short corner. And I tap A, and it goes straight past him, and the ball is obviously picked up by the defender, who is stood behind Firmino. And it's going to Kluivert, and it's meant to go short. And that clip just epitomised the gameplay this weekend. It just summed it up. That's what it was. Now, that's what basically prompted me to just start crossing for days. Someone in the comments was going, in the chat, sorry, on stream, you're not, no hate, but you're crossing far too much, you're too predictable. And I was. And I had a very bad run of games, right? But we won the first two, which was decent. And then we went on a bit of a up and downer. And I'm not going to show you all the games. I'm saving a few of them for tomorrow, for gameplay for tomorrow. But I just had to cross it because it was the only thing that was relatively consistent. So long as I could get the ball down the wing, so my crosses were fine. They were normal, you know. So that's basically what I had to do. I was proper raging and stressing. And if you hate what you're seeing right now and you want to unsub, you feel free. You go watch someone else. That's cool beans. I don't mind, honestly. It got to me, and it didn't get to me last week. I had a very good weekend. We were playing some decent people. We were getting results against, you know, grinding them out. No, it wasn't against like the grain or the runner play or anything, but we were grinding them out. It's impossible to grind anything out in this state, and whether it was just today and whether it'll be different tomorrow, I don't know. If you guys are finding the gameplay is fine for you, then that's cool. I'm on PC, and I spoke to a few other people who are playing on PC, and they reckon gameplay is horrific today as well. So it might not just be me, but I don't know. To be fair, in the first couple of games, I didn't really feel it. It felt fine, but then it started to get really bad. And we came up against a few elite players as well. I'll show you their teams. How do I know they're elite players? They've got like 3 red picks from the week just gone. So unless they've managed to do an upgrade for FUT Champions, which seems highly unlikely, they finished bare minimum Elite 3, and they've got 3 red picks instead of the 2 you get for Gold 1 and Gold 2 and what have you. So we were playing against some pretty decent people, to be fair. Managed to do a few more packs here or there. We got Alexander Lacazette for the second time in that day. Got him on stream as well on Friday. I'll go through some of your comments now. I just wanted to try to apologize more than anything for the gameplay, and I know I'm crossing a lot more than normal, but I just have to, otherwise I just can't play the game this weekend. It's just crazy. So this is the 84 rated team for Socrates. I am chipping away at it very slightly, ever so slightly. I do have sort of a proposition to sort of put past you. This was the 35k pack, by the way. It's a shame it wasn't a team of the season. But it is a walkout, and I was really happy to see Chiellini's face. It was one of those where it could have been Bonucci, and that would have been very sad. But Chiellini sells for about 80,000 coins, or it did when I sold him anyway. So that was 80k. And then in a random mixed players pack, it wasn't even like a rare mixed players. I got another walkout, got really excited, saw that it was an inform, was praying for Donnarumma, and got 85 Firpo, who sells for about 30k, which isn't too bad. I've kept him because I'm probably going to need him for something. And then this is the stream gameplay, and this is where we start to rage hard. I was in a bad mood going into this, and it was nothing to do with FIFA, ironically. I was in a bad mood today because of my own doing. So Newport lost the playoff 2 final, League 2 playoff final. There you go, English. So that was annoying in itself, right? But that's not what really triggered me. I woke up late and I put myself on the back foot, and I wanted to start streaming about 1 o'clock. Didn't end up streaming until 5. That's how far behind I was. I had to stop streaming to get the Road to Glory out, so I was annoyed at myself, and that it just went into the gameplay. You could see, if you just go back and watch the stream, obviously we're not doing live gameplay here, you can tell how annoyed I was. So Josh, top comment, says, it's not technically top comment actually, but it is a comment. Didn't save many packs for today, but didn't get anything. Opened my untradeable 50k and didn't get a board. Got 7 duplicate untradeable, so I made a 2-player upgrade. And then got Neuer, so I'm happy with that. Hey, swings and roundabouts. You didn't get anything tradable decent, but at least you got a 90 rated player. I don't know if you're going to use him or put him into an SBC. Leave that as a comment for on today's video, and I'll be sure to read that. I would like to know whether you're actually going to try and use him or not. Bips Ahoy says, get for Team of the Season Felipe, just temporary instead of Van Dijk. He is big, tall, and great in the air. And that is something that I actually thought about doing anyway. Not that I'm saying, your comment is irrelevant because I thought about it. No, what I mean is, as well as Van Dijk, instead of Blanc. Bear with me. Alex Telles, right, is a lot of money. I know that. But he is arguably the best left back in the game, right? Now, Alexandro is my current left back, and he's behind the curve these days. He's decent, right? Does a good job, but he's not as good as, say, for instance, Alex Telles or any of the other sort of team of the seasons that are coming out right now. How am I going to give chemistry to Alex Telles unless I play someone who is Brazilian or an icon in front of him? I don't know. I have thought about maybe not dropping Blanc, but maybe trying Felipe instead of Van Dijk, and maybe just not going with Van Dijk, playing Blanc on the right side, get Felipe left, give chemistry to Alex Telles, and then we can play someone else in front, maybe move Ronaldo up a little bit. I don't know. Work it out that way. But I wouldn't rule it out. It's a good shout for sure. I'm pretty sure I put in yesterday's episode that we bought Van Dijk, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I should stop the video and have a look. But yeah, we bought Van Dijk, so it wouldn't be a temporary solution anymore because we have him already. But I do definitely see where you're coming from. I might try and rejig the team somewhat. And we'll see where we are with it. But I do have a plan to show you as to where we could go in the next few weeks. Dan says, mate, you really need to get rid of Fabinho, and I couldn't agree more. He is driving me mental. Big shout out to this guy, by the way. Massive props. He has got himself a full Ajax team, right? And I wish I had the guts to build a team that I just enjoy, or for players from a club that I really like. But unfortunately, as this guy is finding out, you can't do it, right? And that's sad in a way. But big shout out for him for even trying to play this game with a team full of players you like in real life, as opposed to a team full of players that fit the game. Because you are a bigger man than I am. The guy didn't stand a chance unless you are a top 100 or there or thereabouts player. You cannot go into this is the guy, by the way. This is the elite guy, bare minimum elite. You cannot go into a game or into weekend league with a team that is just fun and actually come out with results consistently, because it just doesn't. The game doesn't allow you to. I'm not saying I'm too good, you can't beat me. What I'm saying is the game just physically doesn't allow you to come out with results, because the players just don't fit the game and they're not good enough. And it's a shame that that's the case, because I remember back in like FIFA 13, I used to wreck people with silver teams, and they were coming at me with their Ronaldos and their Messis, and I literally had Peter Crouch, and I was scoring goals for days with Crouch. And you can't do that these days. The game just won't allow you to. There's too much of an error in the way that the players play. But props to him anyway. My first weekend league in a while this weekend. God help me. I would not recommend it, Brian. I really wouldn't. But you know, is what it is. If you good luck anyway. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. That's for damn sure. Donnarumma is absolutely insane. He's so good, says Odran. Keon. Odran. And then Xenotuck underneath says, no, he's trash. And that is one of the reasons why I don't review goalkeepers, because you literally can't get exactly the same reading player to player. You know, Keon thinks he's fantastic, and then Zeno thinks he's trash, and that is going to be for everyone. Sometimes he'll be good for other people, and he'll be terrible for other people, and vice versa. An outfield player, you can kind of get a general gist of how good they are. I know I can appreciate how good he is, but he doesn't work for me, sort of thing. Goalkeepers are just, if he's good, he's good. If he's bad, he's bad. But he'll be completely different for someone else, and that is really, really irritating. Now, that'll do it for the gameplay for today. I think you've seen enough crossing. Let's get into the SBCs. There is a fair chance that I'm going to do a live Foot Champs game tomorrow. So if you want to ask a question for me to answer or what have you, then feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will get back to you for sure. But because I'm a bit pressed for time tomorrow, but I need to get games in. So at the moment, and it's a little bit of a spoiler alert for tomorrow, but I've only held back 2 games worth of gameplay really. Squad battles, I don't think I'm going to have time to play any more. Which is a shame. I do really want to complete, and I picked up Brahimi. I really can't remember what I showed you yesterday, but I picked up Brahimi. It's easy on PC. You can literally just get gifted wins, so it's not a big deal. There was no gameplay to show. I want to complete Eggestein, right? Assist 14 goals using German players in squad battles. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do it before the end of the weekend league. So the squad battles games won't count before rewards, so I think I'm probably going to finish there. I'll probably finish gold 2. I find it very difficult to believe I will finish lower than that, so it's going to be 1 prime mix players, 1 25k pack and 11k coins. Even if I drop down, it's not the end of the world. It's a 15k pack instead of a 25k pack, which is we'll see. If I'm desperate and I need points, I'll just jump into one game and get it done, but I am very much pressed for time. Now, my current record in Weekend League is abysmal. We are not doing well at all. Last week we finished 17-6. I've nearly lost that many games already, and I'm only 10 games in. So we are currently 6-4. Now, I would say 2 of the people that I played were elite minimum, if not even higher. In fact, I could probably check to see what that guy who had those 3 red picks were. But another guy had 2 red picks, and then he brought 1 on as a sub. So I know guaranteed they are elite players, and they were just better than I am, and they beat me. Yeah, just as simple as that, right? They're just better than me, and that's it. No aids included. They were just better. The other 2 were 50-50 games. I think one of them I haven't shown you. He literally scored in the 121st minute. What can you do, right? But it was a dodgy game, that one. I'll show you tomorrow in the gameplay. But two of the defeats could have gone either way, so I feel a little bit hard done by there. But all in all, I can't really complain. I've been playing on tilt, and you really shouldn't play FIFA when you're angry, but it is what it is. So, as far as new SBCs are concerned today, they've released 1. I don't know if I mentioned Jonathan Tah. I think I did. And then Muller, Flashback Muller. What? Earn a flashback Muller celebrating his inclusion in the Bundesliga team of the season for 2015, which is, that's a cool reason. That's a flashback team of the season, essentially, right? And yet they've just given it a flashback design. That triggers me, but we'll ignore that. I mean, that's a great card, right? It's a really good-looking card. The issue for me is that Muller in-game just feels like an absolute robot. He just does. He has a touch of a stone, and he is a robot, and I can't get past it. He doesn't have a place in my team personally because he just doesn't fit in chemistry-wise. It's a shame, really, that I've built into what I've built into, because if I'd gone with Bundesliga right from the beginning, some of the players that have been released for, I don't know, Player of the Month or whatever, they've been insane, and you could get a really, really nice team on the go with Bundesliga players this year. But if you're a fan of Bayern, get it done. If you've got a Bundesliga team, I'm sure that would fit and it would do you well. Get it done. Otherwise, though, I wouldn't touch it because it's so expensive. 86 rated team with an inform, 86 with 2 informs. Bearing in mind, you're probably going to have to buy like an 84 rated inform. That's a fair point, actually. My Firpo could have gone up in price because of this SBC. And then, of course, you've got another 85 rated team with 2 informs. So, I would love to know how much that's actually coming in at, because, I mean, that is an expensive. Yeah, it's about just shy of 500k. I mean, you know, I mean, it's not like, for a 94 rated card, that if that was a team of the season, you might be looking at around between 3 and 400k. So to say, oh, 500k and you get packs back, I suppose isn't that bad if you really think about it. But he is untradeable and the card design is horrific. But I think if he fits your team, sure. But if he doesn't fit your team, and you're not a Bayern fan, I just don't do it. People are idiots on this game, and they'll see an SBC and they'll just do it because they're trigger happy. But just wait, there'll be something better, right? That's a good card, sure, but it is a lot of money to spend. Icon-wise, we are chipping away at Socrates, of course. We've done the world class, we've done the 84 rated team. Icon is there to be completed, but at the moment, Kluivert is the player going into it. To be honest, though, I'm thinking out loud, but George Best is the player that Socrates will replace. Is there any point keeping George Best if we have Kluivert to bring on as a sub? Because at the moment I have Bernardo Silva to bring on as a sub, and he is basically best but better. So what purpose does George Best serve in my team after I get Socrates? I don't know. We'll have an 85, 86, 87 and then 2 88 rated teams. The 88 rated team will be completed soon, very, very soon. And then hopefully after the next set of rewards we can complete the other 88 rated team, and then we can chip away at these 3. It's a long, arduous process, but something that we hopefully will be able to get done without too much effort going forward, unless they release something that I really want. CDM-wise, instead of Fabinho, I've had a look around, and there's a few players that pop up. Team of the season, Fernandinho pops up. He fits in there chem-wise, and it's a better player than Fabinho. The issue that I have is, that's not, for me at least, that's not an end game player, getting Fabinho. It's one of those, it's a great card, but it's not a card that, I mean, let me just get the candidates in here, right? So, Fernandinho is obviously one of the candidates that came up. The other one is Wijnaldum. If I type in Genie, if I type in Genie, it's not going to work. If you type in Genie to Footbin, it actually comes up with Wijnaldum. So Wijnaldum's an option there. And someone was saying like Torreira, the SBC, and whereas I'm on board with it because he's a great card, he just doesn't fit chem-wise, so that's irrelevant. I'm pretty sure I showed you this Van Dijk, right? It cost me 260. I think I bought it live, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. But he's done all right for me. I probably would not have won 6 games so far had he not been there. If that was Skriniar, I probably would have conceded 1 or 2 goals more than what I have done. So he's done a job for me. Now, Fernandinho, that's a great card, right? He is a little bit on the short side at 5'10". I'm not a massive fan of that. I would like a 6' plus CDM in there, but it's a great card, and he comes in at around 500k. Gini Wijnaldum is not as good, in my opinion, for the position I want him in, and he's shorter. And he's a little bit more expensive at around 520 compared to the 500 of Fernandinho. But they are options, and they both fit chem-wise. But they're not cards I want to keep there forever, and I can't imagine that they'll keep their price. I don't know why. I've got a funny feeling as soon as more and more Team of the Seasons come out, prices are going to start to drop on the older Team of the Seasons, because they're not as good, but there's sort of fresh new cards coming out here, there, and everywhere, right? So I don't know what to say. Ultimately, the team that I would love to have, and someone convinced me that it would be a decent idea to maybe try and build into this eventually, is that there. Now, Kluivert would be Socrates, of course, but that works for Chem, providing I, position change people. Bale would be on 8 Chem as a right forward. The new player there, of course, is Patrick Vieira. Now, Patrick Vieira is 6'4" and a high defensive work rate. Of course, he's well overpowered. We know this. The pros use him, blah, blah. Very common player, boring player almost, because he's in every team. But you can't argue with the stats. There's a reason why he's in everyone's team. It's because he's insane. I've tried to find people who are not just as good, but who have that sort of appeal to me, and they don't. And he works perfectly chem-wise as well. The issue that I have is, of course, that it's an expensive card to craft. He's $2.5 million on the market, so that's out. Can't go and buy him. To craft him, I'm either going to have to craft Socrates first and then get Vieira, or stop Socrates again, which is I don't want to do, and go and get Vieira and then start back up on Socrates. The Vieira SBC, although it is expensive, I don't think it's something that would take me that long to do, just because of how it is. So where is it? There it is. Oh, go back. You missed it. There it is, Patrick Vieira. So done the 2 at the beginning, obviously. World class I could do right now. Iconic is just a case of popping in either Clivert or Best, whichever. Or maybe craft more and then get it done, but that would take me even longer again, but hey-ho. Or go and buy an icon and get it done, I don't know. And then we've got the 83 rated team I can complete now. The 84 I could do now as well. The 88 I could do now, and then that leaves me with the 85, 86, 87, and 89. I know it's a lot, but after the next set of rewards, the 2 guaranteed team of the seasons will give us roughly 87 to 88 minimum, right? And then we get red picks as well, providing I can still finish gold 2, which at the moment I'm proving to be a bit of a... I'm making it harder for myself, but if I can hit gold 2, we get... probably, I would say 290 rated cards, at least. And if not higher, right? So that would make that 89 rated team considerably easy to do. And of course, if I can get a few of the League SBC cards on the go as well, maybe we pack something between now and then, maybe we just use coins and just get it done. It wouldn't be that difficult to complete Patrick Vieira within 3 weeks from scratch, pretty much. Which is quite impressive, really, but I don't know what to say. Do we go after Vieira and stop Socrates? Do we just get Socrates done? And also, what other CDM... I need to go back into SBCs. What other CDM could I get instead of Fabinho for the time being? I know a lot of people are like, oh, what about the 90 Fabinho? I think I need to move away from Fabinho. I think we need to go into something different. We could buy an icon off the market, I suppose, but which one? I don't know. In terms of a player we could use, and that would give Chem to Bale as well, there is a little player called Casemiro. Now, I'm not expecting him to get a team of the season because Real Madrid have been embarrassing this year, but we are only 3 teams away from completing the La Liga SBC. I have Real Madrid to complete, which is not expensive at all, because I can get it done with dupes. I mean, to be fair, yeah, there we go. So I know I've got a non-Madrid player and 2 non-Madrid players in there. They are to represent the centre-back, again, but the UCL version, and this guy, Lorente, I think it is, but the UCL version. And then I would do exactly the same down here. I think Nacho Fernandez can go in there, and then the UCL version of Ceballos can go down here. We can do that using the web app because you can dupe players, and then we get a 45k pack. That's done, no problem. And then I have to spend money to do Valladolid and Huesca because I barely have the players. I have like 1 silver, 2 silvers, so it's going to cost me a fair bit to do those. I'm talking like 100k to get it done. I could go back through La Liga again quite easily though and get maybe 12, 13 teams done instantly. So it's a lot of packs back. I probably will do it over the next couple of days. I was kind of hoping to pack someone, but I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. That would give us the 90 Casemiro. He could go into the team for the time being. He would give chemistry to Bale. He works chem-wise. It's not a problem. But we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. In terms of icons on the market, though, not something I'd considered, if I'm honest. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Maybe Gattuso, if he's cheap enough. I mean, I wouldn't be against spending some of my coins or a chunk of my coins. You could pick up Socrates for 800k. Yeah, sounds like a bargain. Where is Gattuso? 89, 750k. I mean, I'd probably be able to get him cheaper than that, right? Yeah, 374,000, and no one's buying. So I mean, that's a decent card. He's a bit on the short side. He's not really cutting it anymore. Maybe a team of the season would be better. But then, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to sort of give me some suggestions. Who do you think is a good player, whether it be a permanent solution or a temp solution? Even the baby Gattuso is actually a much better option. You've got really good reactions, very good defensive stats. Yeah, he's short, but he's strong, aggressive. I like that a lot. And he has, 3-star, 2-star, which isn't amazing, but he is a high defensive work rate, and he's 5'10". I would like them to be taller, but if he's just a temp player, and he's not really going to come down in price that much, the Gattuso card, I wouldn't imagine, because he's already as low as he can be, pretty much. How many of them are on the market? Just 2, 330 and 350. I'd have 300 plus thousand coins left. You know, that's crazy. We can just buy an icon and have that much left. But I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Who should we replace Fabinho with temporarily before we potentially go and get Vieira? I think over time Vieira is definitely who I want to get in there, because he just fits the game really well, and it's something we can craft, right? But I want to get Socrates done first. So I'm looking for a temp replacement to Fabinho. The team, wherever it is, I don't know why. Maybe I've added something. Have I? There you go. Yeah, I added a concept, put 2 concept down there. So that's the team right now. Try and work it out chem-wise. The only player I want to switch is Fabinho, and at least, well, all players bar Best and Bale need to be on full chem. Or maybe Bale is on full chem, but Firmino isn't or something. You know, that's fine. I think Casemiro is probably the option, to be honest. Casemiro to go, like, I'll do that, and then put, maybe bring him down, put him up, and then put Casemiro there. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I think that's the temp fix. What do you reckon? The only problem with that is Casemiro I need to go into an SBC. So it's like, it's temporary until I can complete Socrates maybe. But I don't know. I'm blabbing. I'm going to stop talking. If you have enjoyed today's episode, do me a favour, smack the like button, subscribe to the channel for you. And until next time, goodbye.